Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Cave City Lager by Old Black Bear Brewing Company out of Madison, Alabama. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell, as well as check us out on social media. Links are below in the description. And hey, come say hey in Discord. We would love to have you come join our chat server, Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. Link is also below in the description. And you can come chat with the three of us and others who have dropped in there. With that, I've got Andy in the attic around here somewhere, and I've got Jay around here somewhere, and I'm Ben right here. What are we drinking today?
Today, we're going close to where I am. Over to Madison, Alabama. We're going to try the Old Black Bear Cave City Lager. So, this is a unique beer. I think Andy's going to tell us a little about it, but let's crack it and get drinking.
It is an American. Oh, scheisse. Damn it, Jay.
This one hasn't traveled either in a plane.
What'd you do?
I'm glad you opened first.
Well, I opened and I caught mine, as you can see, Ben.
Mine was good. We all know if you watch the show long enough, and hopefully you have, we appreciate that. But we all know that whenever Jay is the person that picks out the beer, he shakes at least one of them up. I mean, it's evident in all the ones we've gotten. Somebody spews,
or they're pressurized,
or he shakes them up. So obviously, Andy was the unlucky one this time.
Mine was there too. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean that's just a decoy.
Yeah, you're trying to throw us off your scent.
Yeah. So we all know.
Wait, man, jeez, Louise.
So you were elaborating, Andy. This is a unique one from the style of its. It is a lager amber ale.
I did not.
German style.
We're going to get to that in a minute, and we're going to cheers because I'm ready to drink it.
Cheers.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
All right. So, an American amber lager. They say it's a German Dunkel-inspired American amber lager with a signature hop aroma. Let's get that.
Hop aroma, huh? Is that one word?
Hop aroma.
Oh.
Hop aroma, like it's a big festival.
Ben.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all got to use the hands. Use the hands.
I didn't know it was aroma.
Where's the aroma hands?
I should have done this instead of this.
Yeah.
Then you would have gotten more attention out of it. I mean, Ben would have known exactly what you meant.
Exactly.
Well, this is Ben's hop aroma hand. This is yours. Ben is more. He's got more the reserved. European.
He's more refined.
Exactly. I mean, we've known this for years, right?
So, it uses Munich malt with caramelized malt and noble hops. So if people don't know what noble hops are, it's a reference to a European style malt that is low in bitterness and high in aroma, mostly found in Germany, the Hallertauer, Tettnanger, Spalt, and Size. This guy, yeah, those are the noble hops. It's 5.2%, 21 IBUs. It is, again, out of Old Black Bear Brewing Company, Madison, Alabama. It started in 2010. It's a microbrewery. And that's all we know about it.
They have a really...
Maybe Jay can...
Yeah, I can elaborate some. I mean, they have a cool brew taproom pub. They're in downtown Madison. There's a main street that goes through there right by the railroad tracks. They have their main tap room that has a really good food menu as well. They have an executive chef, and next door they have also built in some distillery areas, so they do some of their own distilling for various spirits. So you can get hard liquor drinks too from their own spirits. And it's a neat little area. There's all sorts of little boutique shops up and down the main street area. There's actually a restaurant in the old jail right there where you can go and eat in an old jail cell if you want. But it's a cool location. Typically they don't have a large distribution at all. They've only got a handful of beers that they can, and usually to the local stores you'll find them at the bottle shops and maybe a couple of the small grocery stores locally. But the Cave City Lager is one that they distribute. They do another sour that you really like, man. I'll try and get that one in the rotation, or maybe we could look at that as a flight type in the future. But yeah, it's very limited on their distribution stuff.
Cool. I noticed on the can that it has this little picture of a bear and it says hard work has its reward. My question is the bear facing you or facing away from you?
It's probably
Well,
facing
its
you would be my
head is
guess.
turned to the side, so it's
I mean, when I first saw it, I'm thinking the bear's peeing is what
It could
my
be.
first thought.
So Alabama is one of the states that is known because they do have black bears in some regions. I'm
Supposedly
not
Mississippi
sure.
does too.
Right? Yeah, we all know the legacy behind
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure of the logic or the story behind their naming and their naming convention for like this Cave City Lager. If you look at the label, I can't tell if that's some sort of animal or person, but
like
on the
right there
lower,
on the screen.
yeah, on the lower part.
It's a bear.
Is that a bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's
The
not really
nose out
abstract.
front.
Like, yeah. Well, I'm like,
Mouth. Yeah.
that's curious.
How many have you had today, Jay?
Yeah,
That's an odd looking bear to me. But
it's art.
mm-hmm.
All right. As we were discussing a little bit beforehand, it also lists a few things it pairs well with. One being barbecue, robust fish, and spicy sausage. So unfortunately, we don't have any of that to pair with today. At least I don't. You guys might, as part of your cooking channel that you guys have, but I don't. I'm not a part of that, so I don't have it.
No, you would love their appetizers though, Ben. They have it was a grilled or roasted Brussels sprouts with Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
It's right up your alley.
Wow.
I think, did they have Taco Bell? Because that's what Ben likes.
Yeah, if it's roasted Taco Bell, I mean, I'm all in on that for sure. So, in fact, I'll just bring Taco Bell with me. We can meet up there. All right. I'm going to assume, Andy, you haven't had this one.
Dang.
I'm going to assume, Jay, you have.
I have, yes.
So Jay will go last. I have not had it. Andy, what do you think?
I see how they say it's a German Dunkel inspired American amber, because it's got that caramelized malt taste to it that comes through, and it tastes to me a little more. I mean, it tastes like an amber, but it also tastes kind of like a Dunkel. So, a Dunkel. I drink it again. I like it. I found favorite with it. I will. I'll give it a 7.0. Yeah, it's just a good amber.
Yeah. I find it interesting. I think, I've drank a good bit of it here, trying to put my finger on really I think uh the caramelized malt taste is maybe a little too far, just a touch, because to me it comes off almost as a taste that I'm trying to put my finger on. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't remember tasting that same exact flavor in other beers, or really even close. Um, this is going to sound really weird. It's the best way I can describe it, though, for me. Um, I have this lush beard. Sometimes it's longer than others, and I mean, it's been really long on some of these videos. But I had some beard oil that was like a leather beard oil, and when I took the first sip of this beer, that was actually the first thing I thought of, was just the smell of that beard oil and that leather, and the way it's kind of almost like a fake leather, because it's obviously not not leather. So yes, I think we're on to something. I think that Cave City, we could have a nice, beard oil here. So again, I know that sounds kind of weird,
It's beard oil beer.
No, it's not the beard oil part. It's more that kind of leather, you know. I don't know. I know that's odd, but that's just the first thing I thought of. It's definitely, but that, it's just that dark, that roasted malt, and I think it goes just a touch too far for me. Maybe that it was roasted a little longer than I like. I don't know. But I mean, I don't. It's not. It's a beer I drink again. But I think that's just a little far for me. So I know you guys love it when I get long winded in these. So that's why I keep doing it.
No, it's a great description.
Your score and your explanation will contradict each other. Here he comes.
So it's a 12 for me.
Yeah, that's it. I'll never drink another beer again.
Yes.
It's just this one.
No, I think it's a 6 for me. I think just that little flavor that just goes a little far for me is holding it back for me just a little bit. But again,
you're more of a Doppelbock beard oil kind of guy, right?
Yeah. Yes. Give me a good, I think we may be onto something there. We can, start making beard oil that is just beer oil. We'll just call it that.
Beard oil.
So, mark the date and time. This is our idea, guys. You cannot steal it.
Okay.
I don't think Jay's going to be investing in that opportunity. What do you think, Jay?
Not.
What do you think, Jay?
I've had this one before. I've had it on draft. This version to me, and their Cave City Lager, trying to be what they say a German-inspired Dunkel amber lager. It's a confused beer. I mean, it doesn't know if it wants to be a lager, a Dunkel, or an amber, and maybe they're all the same. Andy, you could correct me.
No, I won't correct you.
Am I wrong? Is an amber a lager?
Oh yeah.
Can be a
But
lager?
I mean, you get the lager umbrella and all these small things are.
I think it has a little too much going for it. I see what you're saying, Ben. It's heavy on the roasted malts. That's the biggest thing that comes through. It reminds me more of almost a brown or a stout in some ways like that, rather than a lager. And maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know.
I think that's an interesting point. Sorry to cut you off. I think if you tell me this is a brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know that I think about it any different, but just associating it with more of a brown, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'd see it differently. I don't know.
You can have an amber lager and an amber ale, just like you can have a red lager and a red ale.
Okay.
So
You're the expert when it comes to the beer types, so that's why I look to you.
You're our expert.
yeah.
Given that we're unprofessional and somewhat biased,
Yes.
yeah. I say all that to my long-winded response to say this is a 6.5 for me. It's kind of middle of the road. I'll drink it if someone hands it to me, but I'm not going to search this one out.
Yeah, and with my long-winded response, I'm almost done. So I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, it's not terrible. It's definitely no pickle beer. Say that.
True.
If you are. All right, that is going to give us a 6.5 for the Cave City Lager from Old Black Bear Brewing Company out of Madison, Alabama. I think an interesting beer. I think it's one that if you find it, you should give it a shot. Based on the distribution, that may be difficult, but hey, you see it in the wild. You see this bear out in the wild. You should go and wrangle it, tackle it to the floor, and give it a shot.
Or play dead.
That might be a better option too. This is definitely not a PSA on how to deal with a bear in the wild for sure.
Give it a beer.
Yeah. So with that, would definitely appreciate if you like, subscribe, and share that notification bell if you have not done so already. If you have, we cannot thank you enough. We definitely appreciate that. And check us out on social media and come say hey in Discord. For Jay and Andy in the attic, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.